Hey, how you doing? I'm Josh Shipp, and when I was a kid, I had an imaginary friend, and he didn't like me, and he would play with the kid across the street. That's sad. I'm Josh Shipp, and you asked for it. Internet. All right, here's the first question, and it's a fairly serious one. Hey Josh, how can I keep my friend from ruining his life with drugs and alcohol? First of all, I just want to stop everything and, commend the individual who wrote in this question. I'm proud of you for recognizing the fact that as a person's close friend, you have a responsibility. Friends don't just stand by and let their friends ruin their life. A lot of people have this insane idea that being a friend means giving someone a free pass to do whatever they want. What's that? What? You want to sniff pixie sticks in the bathroom? Go ahead. Yeah, you want to shoplift women's shoes from Target? No, these aren't mine. Go ahead. It's your life. Who am I to interfere? No! No, I say. Friendship means caring enough about the other person to call them on their stuff. Especially when it's wrong or dangerous. Being a friend means I will not let you listen to any more Justin Bieber music. Dude, hand over the iPod. Come on. Unbelievable. I'm taking away your iPod. Trust me. Baby, oh, baby. This is rather embarrassing. But seriously, I applaud you for doing the right thing. Also, what this question shows is that you understand that drugs and alcohol are vicious things that can destroy an individual's lives. I want to commend you for that, because not everyone, frankly, gets that. I have worked with a bazillion teens, and I have never, ever, not once, seen something good or positive happen in the life of a young person who decides to add alcohol or drugs to their life. Never, ever, ever, ever. So know that you're a good friend. Nice work. Now on to the advice part. I'm gonna break this down for you in 3 phases. Phase 1, here's what you wanna do, is you want to confront your friend. You need to find a time, in private, where you can talk to your friend. And once you get them alone without any distractions, you can tell them that you know what they're up to and that you're concerned. How your friend responds will tell you everything you need to know and therefore what you need to do next. And really, there are sort of only 2 reactions that your friend could have. Scenario 1 is that they'll possibly admit that they don't even like doing what they're doing and that, they wish they could stop. And then tell them that you'll help and that you'll figure out how to help them and help them come up with a plan. If they get drunk and get high at parties, tell them you'll stop going to those kind of parties together. Instead, you'll hang out with friends who understand that you don't need those sorts of things to have fun. You need to not only have the courage to have this conversation, you have to have the courage to get in the trenches and help them. So it's not just about talking to them, but it's about getting involved. Now, the other possibility of how your friend could react is like a fool. Meaning when you confront them, they will react like a fool, get all angry, deny it, it's not a big deal, they'll try to be a victim, and they'll try to get mad at you instead of their own choices. And if that's the case, the problem is a bit deeper. And so you need to escalate it to phase 2. Behold, phase 2. Confront them with another friend. So phase 2 requires you getting some backup. It's possible that your friend who is getting drunk or getting high or whatever thinks you're just overreacting, that you're a drama mama, that you're a prude or some sort of Amish killjoy that hates fun. Phase 2 is when you prove that you are not said individual. Find a common friend, someone else who also really cares about them. Go together with that individual and confront your friend privately. Talk beforehand, sort of the game plan of here's what we're gonna say, we're worried because you are using drugs and alcohol and we think this could ruin your life. You wanna have your stuff together. But here's the bad news. And I'm not trying to be Debbie Downer, I'm just being honest with you. Sometimes that doesn't work either. Your friend refuses to admit there's a problem, And that's when you gotta kick it up another level, Emerald style. Kick it up a notch. Ah! Not even sure what I'm talking about. Here's what you do in phase 3. Phase 3 is where you get some help from an authority figure who cares and can do something about it. Look, bottom line, sometimes the problem is bigger than you. And sometimes you need to get the help of old people / authority figures. Maybe it's your mom or dad. Maybe it's their mom or dad. Maybe it's a coach, a teacher, a pastor. Find someone, tell them the story, and ask them for help. Here's a disclaimer. Listen to me very carefully. You are not tattling. You are not being a pansy. You are actually saving their life. You are not weak. You are courageous by going to get someone to help. But here's what I have to tell you, and this is going to sort of suck to hear. If you do this, you go get the adult, you confront them. You know, your friend, the one getting drunk and high, if you do this, they will likely hate you. So they may be mad at you in the moment, and they may be a good friend. You know, they will say that you've betrayed them and that you don't really like them. None of those things are true. They are not seeing clearly. Listen, it is not your friend saying that to you, it is their drug saying that to you. I have literally thrown teenagers into rehab against their wishes. They spit at me, hate me, give me the bird, all that. 30 days later, they said it was the best thing in the world that happened to them. And that's what you got to remember. You know, not what is best now, but what's best for your friend long term. Because that's what a true friend does. You know, the right thing, not the easy thing. Because let's be honest, often in life, in general, the right thing is often the difficult thing. The right choice is often the difficult choice. If this friend is really your friend, you got to give them what they need, not what they want. Because in the end, I'd rather have someone hate me because I did the right thing than like me because I stood by and enabled them. Two. Cut. Here is the next question. My ex-best friend is spreading rumors about me. How do I make her stop? All right, good question, but before we go any further, I want to explain exactly how rumors work. And I want to be clear on this. You cannot kill a rumor. Why can't you kill the rumor? You cannot stop a rumor because you can't stop people from talking or believing dumb things. Thinking that the Twilight series is the pinnacle of human literature? Really? Oh, Edward. Oh, Jacob. Why are you mysteriously no longer wearing a shirt? People believe stupid things, sometimes against all evidence on the contrary. And the thing that sucks is you can't control that. Rumors have to die naturally. They can die quickly or they can flare up, get strong, and die a long, lingering, slow death. Here's the key. It all depends on your response. And now, an instructional guide to how to stop a rumor. The first thing you need to do is decide who to talk to about the rumor. Let's say your ex-best friend spreading a rumor that you were making out with some really weird, ugly guy named Timmy. So that's the rumor, you know, someone you don't even know comes up to you and is like, hey, did you make out with that Timmy guy who's sort of not really attractive? He's sort of ugly. Here's what you say. Why are you talking to me about this? I don't even know you. And then you change the subject. But let's say that someone who cares about you or who you care about comes to you and says, hey, I heard you were making out with that ugly Timmy dude. Is that true? Now, because they care about you, why don't you talk to them about it? But now we have to get into the nitty-gritty details. You know, there's two possibilities with this rumor. One possibility is that it's not true at all. It's entirely made up. You've never even held hands with Timmy. You don't even know his last name. But the second possibility is that the rumor is true. You did indeed make out with Timmy, who's not that attractive. Here's what you say. You say the truth. You say, yeah, I did it. It was a mistake. I probably shouldn't have done it. I know. And if the person actually genuinely cares about you, then there's nowhere else for the rumor to go, and it begins to die. Good job. Let's say the rumor isn't true, and someone comes up to you and says, I heard you were necking with ugly Timmy underneath the bleachers. You say, do you believe that rumor? You see what you're doing there? You're sort of like putting it back on them, right? And waiting for their response. You're forcing them to come to terms with their own rumor that's fabricated in their mind. If they say no, then say, right, all right, cool. I'm glad you don't believe it, because it's not true. If they say, yeah, I do think it's true, then you say, well, you're free to believe whatever you want, but it's not true. And I don't really want to talk about this with you anymore. That's it. That, my friends, is how you help a rumor die. Behold. Three. Oh. Hello? Oh, here's what the question is. I'm sort of lonely. How do I find good friends? All right, this is a tough question because making the right friends matters. I mean, a good friend is one of the most precious gifts that God can ever give to us, because your closest friends will become your closest preview of your future. Now, here's sort of my secret fear. I'm afraid that you're going to want so badly to make friends that you'll do whatever to get them. And that can be bad news, because it can mean that you'll do whatever it takes to be liked and accepted. And sometimes that means making friends with the wrong people. It's better to have no friends and be lonely than to have bad friends and end up in prison. Now, I know, sitting all alone, being a cat lady, having 19 cats sitting at home in your basement by yourself playing ping pong for one is fairly depressing. You, me, ping pong, go. But you know what's even more depressing? Waking up and realizing that the people you call friends don't even care about you at all. If you ain't got any friends, add me on Facebook. I'll be your friend. I could use a bump in my Facebook numbers anyway. Look, you should be friendly to everyone, but not just anyone deserves your friendship. Let's go back to the question about how to make friends. I mean, there are really three types of friends, right? You got location friends. These are people you're friends with simply because you're kind of, stuck in the same geographical area. You're in the same class or you live in the same neighborhood, but let's be honest, if you switch schools or switch neighborhoods, then your friendship would fizzle faster than Lindsay Lohan's sobriety. What, too soon? Sorry. The next kind of friends you got are activity friends. Now, these type of friends are actually deeper than location friends, because you meet these friends doing something that you enjoy in common, right? Think about the skater people hanging out, or people on the basketball team hanging out, or those smart people who hang out all the time and they do math problems and edit Wikipedia pages together. Bottom line, these people you hang out with because you like the same stuff, right? That's kind of the next level of friendship. Now, obviously, I hang out with professional bodybuilders. Don't judge me. See this right here? I'm sort of yoked. And then, ultimately, there are best friends. But the best type of friends are the ones that last the longest, are the people who you share the same beliefs with, right? You have the same values, you're going in the same directions, you have similar goals, you're going after the same sort of things. These friends aren't just friends with you because of location or activity, they're friends with you because they are like you. So how do you develop friendships beyond location and activity friends? How do you go about getting best friends? There are no shortcuts. The bottom line is this: to have a good friend, you have to be a good friend. Let me say that again. You want to have good friends? You gotta be a good friend. I mean, look around here, right now, where you're at. Look to your left, your right. Okay, back here now. This, where you're at right now, this is a great place to possibly meet a really good friend. You're in the same location, you're doing similar activities, but you also happen to be surrounded with individuals who share maybe similar values, right? Who are doing things to genuinely try to improve their life. One last little ninja trick that I've learned. People love talking about themselves, they do. So ask them questions about themselves, Where are they from? What sort of stuff are they into? What's their favorite ice cream flavor? These sorts of things. Really simple, easy things. Strike up that conversation. you might not only find that you have something in common, but you might just find a friend. So that's that about making friends. Until next time, I'm Josh Shipp, and remember, you asked for it.